Hey everyone, and welcome. Have you ever had a brilliant project, a great idea, just lose all its energy and fizzle out? Well, today we're diving into a really powerful but simple way to keep things moving forward without you ever having to feel like you're being aggressive. It's all about a small shift in your mindset that, trust me, makes a huge difference. Let's get right into it.
All right, let's paint a picture that I bet is going to feel a little too real for some of you. You've had a fantastic conversation. Maybe a deal is right there on the table. Everything feels great. And then, crickets. It just goes completely silent. All that amazing momentum, poof, gone. I mean, seriously, have you been there? You wrap up this amazing meeting, right? The energy in the room is electric. Everyone's nodding, smiling, but it all ends with that classic, "This was great, we'll be in touch." And then you hear nothing. It's like the momentum just vanished into thin air. So frustrating.
And that's exactly what happens next, isn't it? You fall into that dreaded loop of endless follow-ups. The just checking in emails, the polite calls, and each one feels just a little bit weaker than the one before. Now this right here, this is the exact moment where we need to make a change. So here's the big idea. The solution isn't to start pushing harder or being more aggressive. No. It's about completely reframing how you see your role. It's about leadership, not dominance. Let's unpack what that really means.
So when we say take control, what are we actually talking about? Look, this has nothing to do with being pushy. Think of it more like a fundamental leadership skill. It's about being the one who guides the conversation, the one who isn't afraid to handle tough questions, and, this is the most important part, the one who proposes crystal clear next steps. The goal here isn't to force a yes, it's to create that unstoppable forward momentum.
And what's so powerful about this is that it's what people actually want from you. Whether it's a client, a customer, or even a teammate, they expect you to guide them. When you hesitate, it doesn't really come across as being polite. It can actually look like you're not confident in what you're offering. They are looking to you to lead the way.
And this just lays it out so perfectly. Dominance? Well, that's all about pushing your own agenda, trying to force a decision. And what does that do? It just creates pressure, and people push back. But leadership? That's about guiding the conversation, about lighting up the path forward so everyone can see it clearly. And the result isn't pressure, it's progress. It's momentum.
Okay, that all sounds great in theory, right? But how do we actually do it? How do we put this into practice in a real meeting? Well, that is where this super simple but incredibly effective 4-step mental model comes into play.
So here it is, the whole playbook. Step 1, set the agenda. You start the meeting by making it really clear why this conversation is so important right now. Step 2, address resistance. This is so key. Instead of tiptoeing around the tough stuff like budget or timelines, you bring it up first. That builds massive trust. Then, step 3, propose next steps. Don't just leave it hanging. You need to suggest one single, clear, easy thing to do next. And finally, number 4, secure commitment. Before that call ends, you get a clear yes to that one next step. See, that's how you build momentum one piece at a time.
All right, theory's one thing, but let's see what this actually looks like when the pressure is really on. Let's talk about making it work in the real world.
Let's take a classic scenario. Imagine our sales lead, Suresh. He's in the final negotiation for a huge software deal. Everything's going well, but then the client, worried about the budget, throws a curveball. They want a 30% discount. That could kill the whole deal. Now, the typical reaction might be to argue, or maybe just give in, but not Suresh. He took control. He started by acknowledging their budget concern, which showed he was listening. Then, he completely reframed the problem. He proposed a smaller, paid pilot program for just one department with really clear success metrics. This made the decision way less risky for the client and proved the value of his software, all while protecting his price. See, he didn't dominate. He led them to a smarter, better solution.
Now, this is a seriously powerful tool, but I have to be clear, it's not for every single situation. You want to use this when a negotiation is totally stalled or when meetings just feel aimless. But, and this is super important, do not try this if you haven't built a good relationship yet or if you can tell the other person already feels cornered. This is a scalpel, not a hammer. You have to use it wisely.
So we've covered the what, the why, and the how. We've seen it in action. And now it's over to you. It's your turn to lead.
I've got a simple challenge for you. Something low risk you can try right away. For a minute, forget the whole 4-step model. Just do this one thing. In your very next important meeting, right before everyone signs off, just say,
Okay, great discussion. The clear next step is X, and Suresh, you'll own that, right? That's it. Just try that once and watch what happens.
And that really brings us to the final thought I want to leave you with. As you go back to your day, think about your most important project right now and ask yourself this simple question. Who owns the very next step? If you don't know the answer immediately, well, now you have the tools to change that. Thanks so much for tuning in.